information is power, we all know that.
It was a nightmare scenario for the heart of our democracy.
Today, a security breach at federal parliament. Suspicions China was behind a sophisticated cyber attack.
A major cyber attack on Australia's parliament was discovered in February this year.
This was an issue, by the way, that was quite live to the government after the interference by the Russian government in the US presidential elections.
We also became aware that the networks of some political parties, Liberal, Labor and Nationals, have also been affected.
Australia's security agencies formed the view that this was a sophisticated and targeted attack.
I categorised it as a foreign state, most likely, that was engaged in trying to understand what these political parties were doing.
The very good cyber attacks, whether they come from organised crime or from nation states, are very good at covering their traces, covering their backs, covering their tracks.
There's still a lot we don't know about this cyber attack. It's unclear what these hackers were able to glean from our major political parties and which nation may have been responsible. 730 has obtained new documents that shed more light on this high-profile hacking. Meeting minutes from the Information Commissioner's office sets out that security agencies believed personal information has been compromised, and the attack directly targeted political parties. The minutes also reveal state electoral commissions were on the call, and that security agencies were concerned these too may have been targeted.
So there's no evidence at all that electoral rolls were exposed, and that's an important thing for the public to know, because that's really, in some respects, the crown jewels of the Australian democracy. To my knowledge, there was no significant personal information that was released in any of this.
Alistair McGibbon was the head of the Australian Cyber Security Centre when the breach happened.
So it's sometimes hard to know the difference between what information might be accessed and what information is actually exfiltrated by the offender. So we'll often never know the full story.
He didn't consider the breach an attempt to influence our electoral system.
It's likely what they were interested in is how policy was formed and what the policy thinking was. And therefore, that's not abnormal from an intelligence gathering activity by a nation state.
Reuters reported this week that Australian officials concluded China was responsible for the attack.
It's inappropriate, really, to identify who the intelligence community believes was behind the incident. What's important for people to know is that the government has made significant progress in working with both industry and government agencies to help secure them further.
It's symptomatic of a lack of security across all sorts of organisations.
Privacy consultant Steve Wilson believes there's more that needs to emerge about this story.
There should be more transparency about what was compromised. And we don't know what was compromised because the political parties are not subject to the Australian privacy principles.
In a statement, the Australian Signals Directorate told 730 it doesn't comment on intelligence matters, and referred to a previous statement that said a small amount of data was taken in the cyber attack.
Everyone's got more work to do, and I'd suggest that those political parties would know that they've got a lot of work to do as well.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.